Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For today's video, we are being sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. So we are going to get to cooking, and for all of you guys who are always asking me why I never cook the meals, I do not cook, I eat, guys. I'm just kidding, but the girls really do enjoy cooking these HelloFresh videos. I've told you guys many times. Even Yvette, like, she's always the one that's #1, like, on top of, like, hey, when you get a new HelloFresh, let me know so I can come cook it. She loves to, like, learn new recipes, learn new stuff. That's honestly the only reason why, you know, they do like to cook, because they really do genuinely enjoy it. Not that I don't like it, because it's pretty easy to cook. It's just, that's, like, their fun time, like, that they're like, okay, let's do it together. I don't know if that makes sense, but we are going to go ahead and get started with HelloFresh, and yeah, let's see what we have cooked up for today. Okay guys, so I'm gonna jump right into a voiceover. So with HelloFresh, the recipes are so delicious. With HelloFresh, produce does get to you faster than grocery store, and it arrives at its peak freshness and flavor. It also saves you time and stress effortlessly when you guys can save up to 28% off by using HelloFresh versus grocery store shopping. Also, the packaging from HelloFresh they use to ship your food is almost entirely made from recyclable and is already recycled content, which is a plus. And flexible will also fit your lifestyle. Feeding the whole family has never been easier with the larger boxes size for serving and more product. But HelloFresh is committed to giving back, so HelloFresh is committed to making fresh, delicious food available now more than ever, and it has taken extra steps to keep its employee and customers safe. So if you guys want to go ahead and sign up with HelloFresh, all you guys have to do is go to HelloFresh.com and use my code Evettexo16 at checkout. Want to go ahead and go to HelloFresh.com. You guys can go ahead and use my code Evettexo16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Okay, so we are going to be tasting the meatloaf parmesan, which I am so freaking excited about, guys. But you guys already know I love pasta. And I had no idea that meatloaf was just ground beef. Like, I did not know that this was what meatloaf was, but it looks tasty. Can't wait. Honestly, it tastes just like spaghetti. Spaghetti with like breaded chicken, like breaded meat. Definitely going to enjoy this. And we made quite a bit, so we can all have dinner. But if you guys want to go ahead and pick up HelloFresh, all you guys have to do is go to HelloFresh.com, use my code that I have linked right here so you guys can go ahead and start your guys' orders. So let's go ahead and get started with the rest of this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my bare face today, but I'm letting my face rest for a couple of weeks.
I think the new lens and camera just bring out the beauty, you know? I like these. I think, you know what's funny? We're doing this video, and I feel like the fact that you don't do makeup is more...
It feels more real?
It feels more real.
Yeah.
Not saying that if you had makeup, it wouldn't. It's just, I think people appreciate, it's like more raw, literally.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like I've been loving, I know Lisa's has even noticed, like, I've just been loving, like, the no makeup lately. Like, I just do my hair, and, like, he even tells me all the time, like, I like it better when you're just kind of, like, you just do your hair, and then we just kind of go, you know?
When you do a little bit, like, your hair, and then, like, you do something where you get ready enough.
Yeah, where it's like a little
no makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, it's literally no makeup, it looks better. But then also, for a long time, you used to do your makeup every day.
Yeah.
So I felt like you were pale as hell.
Yeah.
Like, you were literally...
the color?
Yeah, you were like super white. I still remember that.
Yeah, but yes, excuse my bare face today, but I'm letting my face rest for a little while. My skin has been treating me amazing, so I don't want to, like, start putting a bunch of gunk on it, because honestly, it's just been serving life right now. But for today's video, I'm super excited. I have a just very casual, I guess, first video of the year. Lisa's and I, yeah, well,
oh, wow.
For my main channel, it's going to be the first video of the year. Yay! I do have my husband here. If you guys obviously know him, if you guys are not new here, this is my husband, Ulises Benitez. I'm Blanca, and we do post videos on here on every Wednesday. That's my new posting schedule for my main channel, every Wednesday. If you guys are new to my channel, hi. If you guys are not new to my channel, welcome back. So for today's video, we are doing a, I guess, first video of the year video, and we're gonna start it off and kick it off with some Q&As. I feel like we haven't done a Q&A in a minute.
Yeah, so did you already get questions? Or?
Yes, I have them here.
So you already have them screenshotted?
Yeah, well, I'll screenshot it, but I'm going to go through with them. And then I'm just going to ask us, like, some questions to just kind of see where we're at with life. And I feel like Ulises and I, we're both, like, at a good point in our lives right now where we're just, like, I don't know, I feel like we're solid. Like,
I think we're in sync and the same, we're at the same level, like, mentally.
Yeah.
Of where we... Like where we are and then where we want to be, I want to say.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm excited for this video just so you guys can see kind of like what we're trying to do for this coming year, what our plans are, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Okay. So first question. A lot of these questions, I feel like a lot of people, maybe they're new. Are you new here? I feel like they're new here because...
You forget that there's new people.
I do, because like one of the questions, like there's this one that says, what made Ulises say she's the one and I'm going to get ready to propose? And mind you, this proposal was a long time ago, you know?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think with the new people, a lot of them come on and it sucks because they just don't know the story.
Yeah.
So I feel like we talk to our audience like if they should already know everything about us.
Right, when they don't.
Like, that's why it's still good to come back and do the videos like this. You know? It's kind of like a refresher almost.
So tell them. What made them think that what made them think I was
trying to ignore the question. I felt like at the time, I think when you're in a relationship, you know, you go through a lot of growing pains, you know, because like for so long you're learning about each other. Mm-hmm. So I feel like we went through enough of that. And I feel like I didn't know what I was looking for out of you for me to feel like, okay, I'm going to commit to this 1,000%. But when we went through like our rough patches, I feel like those, you know, there was some growth in that. And I feel like I already felt it. Like, okay, I know like you're 100% committed to me and I felt it. Yeah. And only you will know because like whoever you guys are talking to, like you're going to know when it's like 100%. I feel like that's what it took for me to be like, okay, she's the one. Yeah. You know, and obviously I already liked everything else. Like liking you and stuff, all that was already there. It was just like on a deeper level. I felt like you didn't. Part of you wasn't there yet. Right. And you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's kind of weird. It's like a deep answer. Yeah. But like I said, I think you know it doesn't always have to be all good for you guys to be like, okay, he or she is the one. It's more so like, you know, you have to go through your ups and downs before that time comes. I think. For sure. Yeah. Okay, so this one's, how's your guys' marriage dynamic? Are you two still in love with each other after kids? No, kidding. No. Yeah, right? I mean, it's like you still love me, right? No, yeah, I mean, of course, that's always there. I just think that, like, the kids definitely are the biggest cock block, like, straight up. Like, everybody that's a parent knows that. So I think it's, as long as you guys understand that you can't forget about each other, I think it's cool. You know, like, you got to make time somehow. You know, especially because Max be fighting with Ulises for my time. Yeah, Max is super jealous of me, like, showing Blanca love. And then Camila, not so much with Blanca, but, you know, the kids are, attention. I mean, kids are beautiful, but also, you know, in order to keep that fire lit, man, you guys got to take a vacation, which I think is what you were, you know, touching on what you said in the beginning, that we're both at the same level. Like, people used to make fun of me saying that, like, well, you already married her, what do you mean? You know, like, you guys already spent time. But even though we live together, that doesn't mean we're spending time together all the time. Yeah. So, like, that's why I'm big on just escaping sometimes and being like, yo, we need a trip or, you know, all this stuff. So, I mean, I'm excited. Like, I always tell Blanca, I feel like we're still very fresh. Even though we've done so much, you guys that have been watching us for a long time, you guys know that, like, you guys have seen the journey, and you probably think, like, it's been so long, but for me, it still feels very, like, new. I still feel like I want to go do so many things with you and experience more. Yeah, there's, like, another level still. Does it feel like we've been together for 10 years already? Well, yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't feel like 10 years. It feels fast because we've done so much, but what I'm trying to say is just, there's so much room for the love to still grow. You get me? Yeah. And I feel like, well, going back into this question, it says, what are some plans for 2022? I feel like this year, for sure, for us, is a little bit more focused on us, which I feel like we kind of went through phases, because obviously in the beginning, like, you and I, we did a lot of traveling together. We spent a lot of time together. We went on dates together. Like, throughout that whole, like, boyfriend-girlfriend stage, it was very us.
You know, then we started like vacationing with like our friends, and then from friends became like family, and then from family became like our own family, and then it's like now we're going backtrack again to like remembering us.
Yeah, which
You
I mean,
know?
I feel like I never mind the friend thing though.
Yeah.
Like the friend thing is cool. It's just for a long time I felt like you felt like like it was weird, just us going somewhere, like you didn't know what to expect. And we had a few times where it was cool, but it's true, man, like when it's just you two, like you and your significant other, if anybody else has a situation, it's so different because you truly feel like you connect, like you bond together.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, if you could do that while you're somewhere else, even better, you know. So I think, you know, our goal this year is to focus on us individually and then also as a couple, which is big, you know. There's a lot of we're just excited about that, you know.
Yeah.
I think you know.
I think just adding on to that, it's if you guys watched my Get Ready With Me that I posted before this video, I was telling you guys that this year is definitely a lot more, I guess, of like a selfish year for us, where we're just trying to focus on us, focus on our relationship, focus on our family. And you guys are definitely going to see, I guess, less of what you're used to seeing, which is more of like that party vibes, friends, you know, everybody with us and stuff. And it's going to be a little bit more like Ulises and myself and the kids. You guys are definitely going to see a big transition from what you guys are normally used to. And that's not because we're not going to hang out with people, because we have even a couple of trips coming up with like our friends and stuff. I just feel like for such a long time, me speaking for myself, I feel like I've prioritized my friends and my family before you, if anything. And I feel like these are conversations that Ulises and I have had, you know, together and stuff, where I tell him like, he doesn't mind it, but I know that it minds. Like, he minds it. Like, I know that he is at the point where he's just kind of like, okay, like, when is it going to be my turn, where, like, it's just our family now? And I feel like it's just this year really, like, last year, 2021, really opened my eyes a lot to, like, a lot of things in just life in general. And I feel like you guys know me more than anything, that I've always prioritized my friends and my family. Like, my family, like, my brothers and sisters and my siblings and stuff, like, well, like my nieces and nephews and stuff, I've prioritized them so much in my life, my mom, my dad. And yeah, it's great, but I also have to like step back and realize that my family now is my husband and my kids. And I feel like it's taken me a long time, because I've always been the type of person that wants to just give and provide and be that person that everybody relies on. And like, I'm tired, my back hurts, you know, holding on everybody's
your heart hurts at this
everything point. Just hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I told Ulises, like, I've prioritized my friends so much, and like, look where it's gotten me. Like, I've prioritized my family, and like, look at where it's gotten me.
And it's not a selfish thing. I think it's just putting yourself first for once, you know. And a lot of people like might get the wrong idea, but I feel like I've always been this way. Like, I don't mind ever being alone. I don't mind being with people. It's just now that we moved, you know, and now that the kids are getting a little bit bigger, I think it took us a while for us to realize, like, yo, this is the priority. This is what we have control of, which is, you know, like, being a little farther now. It's just literally, I love that it's just, my focus is you, the kids, getting work done. And I feel like you came around to that finally. Yeah. So it took you a while, you know, but like I said,
I just didn't want to let go. I feel like I felt selfish in a sense where, like, you know how, like, when you're used to, like, you know, when you have so much, like, because I'm blessed with the opportunities that I do have, and I'm blessed to be able to live comfortably and be okay. Like, when you grow up with such a close-knit family and friend group, like, you feel like you owe them something, you know? And I feel like for such a long time, I felt like I couldn't, if I was happy, like, if I was living life, I needed to make sure everybody around me was living life with me.
But also, like, unfortunately, too, and this is just, like, a general answer, I feel like not everybody... I want to say that the energy isn't always the same back.
Yeah, and I've realized
It just isn't, and it's almost like
I've realized that.
You know, you said that you feel like you got to bring them on, but it's almost like they make you feel like you owe them something. Yeah. When it's like, fuck, dude. I mean, I don't know. I've just always been big on like helping others, but you got to help yourself first. Yeah. And then you can help others more. I think people have it the opposite way, where they want to help everybody, but they can't even help themselves. Right. And then it's just at the end, you put yourself at the very bottom, when now we're just entering the year trying to be...
more or less of that, for sure. Like, I feel like I'm at a point finally where I feel like even Ulisa's like this conversation that we're having with you guys right now, this is something that Ulisa's and I talk about a lot. Like Ulises has always been like the person that I go to my comfort, where like if I'm going through something, like I vent, like, and he just listens. Like I literally will be like, oh my god, like I'm so fucking irritated with da 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 da, like I don't know why this is happening, I don't know why this is going on, and Ulises just kind of takes it all in, and he's just kind of like, okay, you know, he gives me advice, he lets me know how to handle the situation, and then it's like I go back to doing the same shit all over again. So it's like it was a routine that I kept going over and over and over again till finally he was like, look babe, like you need to just stop and do what you have to do for yourself. And I feel like that's what he's saying, that I finally like it clicked to me, and I'm finally realizing that. So like now my goal is obviously to just make sure that I'm happy, Ulises is happy, my kids are happy, and that we're just all, not that we weren't happy before, but we're focusing on just us at this moment, because we haven't done that. We haven't had that selfish time.
And it's I mean, it's funny though too. I think it's also touching on the fact that you're talking about how like in the beginning it was just us a lot. Yeah. And then that's why you're like, dang, like, you know, the romantic side of things. Yeah,
I tell him all the time, like, you're not romantic anymore. Right,
but at the same time,
you're not cute.
No, at the same time too, I feel like maybe that does have somehow a part to do with it. I feel like now that, like, for example, you coming around to that, it kind of sparks, like, I'm turned on about it.
Lisa's used to wake me up, guys, to notes, like, on the fucking mirror, like, have a great day, babe, I love you. Ask me when was the last time I fucking had a note from Lisa.
Expect a lot of notes.
Even a fucking text message of him being like, have a good day, babe, you know? Like, but all those things, and then obviously, like, our lives changed drastically. Like, we moved, we had kids, like, we've just been on such a, like, so it's like, this year, it feels like we just kind of paused. Like, honestly, like, I feel like this pretty much even before the year started, like November, December, I feel like we kind of just paused. We reevaluated our lives, and then we were just kind of like, oh shit, like, I think I love you again. Yeah. Pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, not that I wasn't, but it's like we just had this like, oh my god moment where we just realized, like, we have so much fun together when we're by ourselves, and we kind of forgot that we had that. Yeah. Well, it's like sometimes you look for things everywhere when it's just in front of you the whole time. Yeah. So now I think turn off the camera. I'm kidding. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, speaking about even just the fact that while you look for the other question, I don't know. I feel like I just sound better on the camera right now. Girl. Is it the podcast? Or what? Probably. I just feel like I said, like, my answers are a lot better. I've been reading too. He started reading. Yeah, we'll get into that in a little while if there's a question about it, because I don't want to be over here rambling about myself. But I'm getting better at that too, babe. That's like another thing that I know. Sometimes I'm not self-centered like that, but I think he likes to talk a lot. I have toxic traits of, you know, naturally speaking about. I mean, I think everybody likes talking about the things they're doing, right? Like themselves. But I feel like I need to get better at seeing what other people, you know, have to say first before I talk about that stuff. So, because then sometimes if you tell the wrong person, it sounds like you're fucking, what do you call it? Like you're presumiendo. Yeah. And I feel like I've learned that a lot too, babe, that sometimes you just have to keep certain things to yourself, because other people just, if they're not at the same mental state of mind that you are, where you're driven, you're goal driven, you know, you want it, you feel the inspiration, they think it's you being cocky. Yeah, or like bragging, pretty much is what you're trying to say. When in reality, you're trying to feed them knowledge to get to the point where you're at in your life, you know? Yeah, but then it's like you're talking to a fucking wall, you know, if it's not the right person. But, you know, that's this topic that we'll leave on the Needed podcast. Yes. We'll link it down below for you guys. Hey, season 2 is coming, man. I'm excited as hell. Yeah, for season 2. What about season 2, babe? What are your plans? I'm excited about that. He actually has reached out to a few people already for guests, which I know a lot of you guys were always wondering, like, why was he bringing, like, just us? Like, I'm sorry, we're boring. No, but it was repetitive too. Yeah, like, but he wanted to get you guys to get to know him at a personal level, to understand kind of like who he is as a person, where he comes from, like what the podcast is going to be about, blah 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 blah. And then now these next episodes are going to be like a little bit different, but they're still going to be the same vibe. But now you guys are going to see some fresh faces, which Luis is really excited about, because he has, I think, 4 or 5 people already like pretty lined up. Yeah, I didn't get too crazy with it. It's not going to be every single week. Like,
like season 1 was. Season 1 I was uploading like 14, 15 episodes like for the whole week. I just wanted to be consistent. I wanted to be up there on YouTube. A lot of people doubted me in the beginning that were like, oh, let's see if he stops again. But I went that long consistently, and I just brought in all the people that, you know, are around me. Not everybody could make it. I did miss a few people, but hopefully they come around to season 2, and there's a lot of exciting things that I'll be posting like on Instagram. So I want to be just more active and offer more like, you know, exclusive like footage and stuff, which that's all coming on something else, and that you know, eventually we'll get to. But aside from that, like season 2 is, I definitely invested in it. I mean, you see, you know, we'll talk about, I've posted like snippets of the setup, and it looks like crazy. Like this, you guys are gonna notice automatically. Like automatically, it's like a 9-day difference from season 1.
It looks so good though. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, and then season, you know, when we started season 1, you know, you said just start, and I was trying to perfect it.
Yeah.
I wanted what I have right now, pretty much. So this time we came around to it, man, and you know, I plan to kick my first one off in a couple of weeks before February. So just be on the lookout for that. I'll tell Blanca to tag the actual Instagram page, and then I'll, you know, of course, my page, and I'm just excited to get going.
Period.
I just feel like if people that don't know, like that it's their first time watching this, if they like what we're talking about, you can find a lot of those topics on the podcast. So that's why I'm trying to refer back to the podcast, not to give myself a promo, but I really feel like if you guys like what we're talking about here and what we're about, you guys are gonna love the podcast for sure.
Yes. Will you guys have any more babies? No.
We're like yes and no, I think. You know?
I
one
feel
day
like,
we say yeah, one day we say no.
It's been hard, but like I get happy when I start my period. I'm like, yes, I got my period today, you know, but I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like Camila and Max are just so perfect that like I'm just happy with both of them, and they're a boy and a girl. Like we just got the best of both worlds. Like, do we want a third one? Because I feel like we're barely getting like somewhat of a normal life again back. Yeah. And it's like, do we want to start all over with like a newborn? Could you really imagine having a little newborn baby all over again? Like,
yeah, it'll be so hard.
I just feel like we're not like, I'm more towards no right now. Like, I love being a mom. Like, I love having kids. And there's times when I'm like, baby, just give me like 5 more. Like, I wish I could just like pop out babies left and right because I love them so much. Like, I just love being a mom. But it's just very emotionally and mentally and physically draining. Yeah. You know? And
it's like we're finally being able to put ourselves, you know,
and we have enough time with
first now with the kids, but we're pretty much getting back to us again.
Yeah, and we can both deal with one, you know, like we both have enough for like one, you know,
which is so important, man, because they are back to back, and it's already hard to dedicate time to each one sometimes. So we're starting to learn how to like separate both, one take the other. Give each one their dedicated time, because sometimes as a little pair like that, you want to do everything together, but they're 2 different babies at the end of the day. I mean, they're toddlers now. They're kids at this point. They're not babies.
Yeah, I mean, they're still our
babies. We're in
babies.
denial for a long time.
They're still our babies.
But they're definitely toddlers now. I was looking at videos the other day, and I was like,
you're not a baby anymore.
They're all like, I'm showing them videos of them, and they're like laughing. They're probably like, who the hell is that little baby? But yeah, I mean, like I said, possibly in the future, we're not writing it off, you know.
What are your guys' upcoming goals as a relationship?
I think we talked about it a little bit already.
I feel like a big goal for us, though, is definitely going to be more traveling. I feel like that's one thing we're going to definitely do more of. We're going to do more traveling.
I think just that alone is going to bring so many other good things.
Yes,
you know?
For sure.
Like you said, like we're trying to just get back into us and enjoying our company. And then, of course, we're going to add some friends in between those trips or whatever. But mainly just get back to us, and I feel like great things will come after that.
We have a lot of questions about sex, babe. How do you guys handle arguments with each other? Do you walk away or get crazy? I don't feel like I just go off on you, you just listen to me, and then you're just like, okay, let's just fix it, and then we're gone.
If I have a...
I don't think I've ever been like, what the fuck are you fucking... I've never yelled at Ulises like that.
No, you never yelled.
I've never been like... throwing something at him, or like, you fucking piece of shit, oh my god, fuck you this, and oh my god, never. We've never cussed at each other like that.
Yeah, ever. That's horrible. Please don't do that. I want to say that I don't say I walk away. Like, if I have a provable point and I have a valid point, I will like make sure I tell you. I don't even care if she likes it or not. I think in the beginning I used to eat my words up, but I started to learn with Blanca that she's not gonna ever really... Like, Blanca's not the type that's going to just apologize to me in the moment like you're just not gonna do it again, or
yeah, or I'll tell him after,
fix
like, I know I probably fucked up, I shouldn't have said that, or I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings or whatever. But at that moment where like he's like, you did this, I'm not gonna be like, I'm sorry babe, it's never gonna happen again.
So it took me
I feel like it's gonna make me vomit.
Yeah,
I need to work on that.
It's like a pride thing almost.
I need to work on that, babe.
No, it's that's ugly, but it's like a pride thing. So I understand that about her though. That's the cool thing
I'm
about
like,
it.
I want to vomit saying sorry.
Yeah, like, but see, I don't know. I don't know if at one point in your life you were that person.
I was that person.
Okay, so see, that's just, so that has nothing to do with me.
I was that stupid bitch that was always fucking apologizing and crying for everything that I'm like, I will never apologize again.
Which is dope because you've grown, like, you're like, yeah, like, I'm a
boss ass bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so you're that now, but then also, like I said, I have nothing to do with that.
Right.
So it's like I shouldn't get
treated because somebody else treated me like shit.
Pretty much. And I think a lot of people deal with that, man. Like,
yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people deal with that. So, see, I understand all that shit. So that's why I don't make shit a big deal. So, like, I understand, like, if I have a valid point, I'll say it. If I fucked up, then, you know, I'm starting to get better at also just straight up admitting, like, okay, yeah, instead of trying to fight back.
For sure. Hold on, Kay. So everybody wants to know if I eat your ass, babe.
No.
I eat the booty like groceries. I'll probably fucking die.
I eat the booty, but I'm not gonna eat the booty. Hey, some guys like that, though, so maybe that's why they're asking. They're probably just curious, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of sex questions, huh?
There's a lot of sex questions, but...
But is it one topic?
I feel like it's just, if we needed to do a sex video, we need to do a sex separately video about, like, advice. I mean, I do it all the time on my channel. I talk to you guys about all the amazing stuff that, like, women need and stuff. Maybe I should do an episode with you. A girl talk with my husband.
The guy's perspective.
Yeah. Maybe we could do that as a separate one, just because this is already a super long video. And we want to make sure we keep it PG-13. But let's just do the very, very last question so we can, like, wrap it up.
Maybe 2 more.
2 more? Okay. How do you guys not get bored of each other? I'm afraid I'm going to get bored when I meet the love of my life.
I was talking to somebody about this, that they lose interest very easily.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
But you lose interest in a lot of stuff, except me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, just gets bored of everything so easily. And I always tell him, I'm like, how are you not tired of my dumbass?
Well, I think she switches it up a lot, though, too. Like, she keeps everything fresh. Like, and then I feel like I
keep you on your toes?
Yeah, well, like, you always change your looks is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Do you think you have a new girlfriend all the time?
So it's just, I mean, you keep it fresh, so it's good. Like, I'm not looking at...
The same person.
Like, imagine you're the same every time, like, same hairdo, same fucking clothes.
Everybody thinks I haven't changed one bit. That I'm literally
she
boring, basic ass Evettexo.
No, when she gets ready, like, you know, different type of looks, like, it's good. And even on the guy side, dude, like, as a guy, I always talk about that. You gotta, like, reinvent yourself, switch it up. Like, there's some guys, I kid you not, like, they look like a picture from 2005 still. Yeah. Like, they've looked the same for this many years, and it's like, of course, I mean, low-key, you're gonna naturally drift off into some, you're, like, as a girl, if your guy's like that, maybe you're gonna be looking somewhere else, because it's like, well, I kind of like when the guy dresses like this, or his hair like this, or the beard, or something. Yeah. And if the guy's, like, terco, and, like, not open to change, right, it becomes very, like, boring, I want to say. Right.
Well, I mean, technically, everybody says I bought my new face, so it's okay.
No.
They don't think that... They think... Can you let everybody know that I have not done anything to my face?
Yeah, your face is the same. The only thing you've done is your lips. And maybe, like, you get rid of the wrinkle, like, at times. And that's at times, you know? You don't even do that.
I have not... They think I literally got a face transplant. No. They think I got cheek fillers. They think that I got my nose done. They think that I got, like, my nose done. Nothing. Like, they swear that I have a whole brand new face, babe. No. I mean, I was a little busted when you met me, but
her eyebrows, she just grew more hair.
Yeah. My eyebrows did play a big part in my life.
And then your hairstyles, too, like, you've switched them up.
And my makeup, too, like, obviously before, like, I didn't have, like, the best makeup techniques. Like, it was all very, like, crazy brows, dark eyeshadow, you know, like... Yeah. Now I'm a little bit more natural, my natural beauty, you know?
So to answer the question, pretty much, like, you gotta kind of switch up your looks, and I think...
Keep it spicy?
Yeah, I think that keeps it spicy.
Julissa changes his hair and his beard for me all the time, so it's like I have a new man all the time.
Yeah, so like right now it's long, but then in a couple weeks it'll be short. Yeah. You know, so it's different.
If there's one thing we could change about each other, what would it be? If I could change one thing about you, only one, it would probably be that you have air in your brain. And I mean that, like, he's just hella descuidado. Like, he's just so descuidado.
I'm like in another world.
You're like just in another fucking universe. You're like not even like in the same universe as me. You're like in another universe.
Not from this world.
You're not. You're really not.
I'm misunderstood. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would change about you. I think like something really small, like the smallest things, but no, I can't think about it on top of my head. I think if it was something that really bothered me, it would have just been quick, you know, for me to answer.
So nothing bothers you?
No, I think you're starting to really become everything I want.
The perfect version for you?
Now that she's aware of what we talked about in the beginning, like just
prioritizing
the priority part, I feel like, you know, because think about it, your mind was, it's like your mind is somewhere else, but yet you want everything from me on my end.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, that causes like some issues, like maybe that you don't see or maybe talk about at times, but I feel like, you know, I don't have any complaints.
I feel like I'm perfect. So I'm perfect. I am
the
perfect person for him, and he loves me for who I am, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, we have a good relationship about that. It's like literally like any little imperfections are part of the formula for us, I think. You know?
Okay, last question. Did my in-laws like me right off the bat, especially knowing that I was older than you? Ulises told me the truth. His mom was not a fan of me because she just wanted to make sure that I was serious.
Yeah.
And
I don't think
he would
she
tell me
didn't
everything.
Like you. I think my mom's always been like that with any, like, of my brothers with the girlfriends. Like, moms be hating, especially with boys, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically taking her place in their shoes.
Yeah.
So I think, like, naturally she was like that. So my problem was that I maybe said a comment.
Yeah, and I never forgot about it.
Yeah, and it was one of those comments that's like, okay, like, let's say I was going to tell mom going to come over. It's more like, I don't want girls here kind of thing.
His mom basically was like, I don't want to meet her.
Yeah.
And then Ulises still took me. This was like 10 years ago, you know? He was like, my mom doesn't want to meet you, but I'm still taking you. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing here?
No, because there is some guys that take like a million girlfriends, and their parents are like, dude, this girl's going to be like here for like 2 months, and then it's like, I'm going to have to meet another one.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's that's like her idea of it.
Yeah.
But then...
she met me and I never left.
Yeah, honestly though, like overall, I think we have a good balance of just the relationship with our in-laws, period. Like, we all respect each other, we have love for each other, but it's also distant, which is good.
Well, my mom and his mom are best friends.
Well, that's recently.
They fucking talk every day. Yeah. Like, they're buddies.
Yeah, so pretty much now, like, they have a communication from a distance.
Which is so different in my family, because my mom doesn't talk to any of the in-laws of, like, the other families.
Yeah.
Like,
which is
we're
cool
the
about
only
us.
ones.
Yeah. Like, in general, though, like, Blanca's family, it's still weird for them to see her, like, go to something that's not from their family. Yeah. So they're like, you know, where are you going or why? But thankfully, we have that good relationship where, like, you can come and you get to experience another family, too.
And the reason behind that is because my brother married someone from Mexico, so her family's in Mexico, which we don't convivir con ellos, you know? My sister married somebody from Mexico, which his family's in Mexico, so we don't see them, you know? And then, like, obviously, my sister and my brother, I don't know what their situation is with, like, them just coming around. I feel like the other side of the families doesn't really like to come around and stuff, like, and be with us, and that's just like personal choice, not because there's beef or anything, but it's just personal choice. So like with me and Ulises, I feel like we're the only ones that we're literally 50-50, and Ulises talks to his mom every day, guys, like, and I feel like it also helps too that, like, his mom is not all up in our business. Like, his mom is super respectful. Like if she feels like she needs to say something, like, of course she'll say it, but she's never in our business. Like, she's always asking how I am. Like, I send her pictures of the kids all the time. Like, I text her.
Yeah, I think
like,
my parents always just say, like,
his dad, like,
with the kids.
Love his dad, love his mom. Like, they're amazing. Like, anytime Ulises' dad comes, like, it's always a vibe. Like, his dad's, like, literally the fucking coolest. His mom, you know, we're so similar. We're both very just, like, to ourselves that I feel like it's hard for both of us to kind of, like, initiate a conversation sometimes, because, like, it either needs to come from me or her.
It's almost like two alphas.
You know?
You know?
Right, both alphas in the room. But I love Ulises' mom. Like, I tell him all the time, like, she did an amazing job raising you, because, like, Ulises is an amazing man. He's very caring, cares about his family, cares about his children. And I know that she sees that out of, like, you know, him and his relationship with me and stuff. like, I know Ulises' mom is so proud of, like, the man that Ulises is and how convive tanto con, like, Maximiliano and Camila. And I know that she feels like she doesn't have to worry about us. Like, she always tells me all the time, like, I feel like I never have to worry about how you guys communicate. We never argue. We've never argued in front of her. Or, like, I don't even think she's ever even, like, Ulises have ever even said anything about an argument with me and him. Because, like I said, me and Ulises don't really, like, argue like that or where we need to, like, involve people and stuff. But I feel like his mom genuinely 100% knows that, like, we're solid, you know?
Yeah.
So... But I feel like in the beginning,
too, like, he knows.
Yeah, but in the beginning, obviously, because I was just a girlfriend, and I mean, I was 2 years older than him. I met Ulises when he was 16. He was a baby.
So think about it. At the time, like when we got married, you know, I mean, I got married when I was 23. I was 23 when we got married. So at the time, like, naturally, you know, they're like, dang, first of all, that's young.
Yeah.
Second of all, like, are you getting pressured into this? But it wasn't like that.
Me, like,
it wasn't like that. I was actually very ahead. I already knew what I wanted at the time. Like, I experienced whatever I felt like I wanted to do in my years before that. So by the time I was that age, I was just ready for that already. I already knew, like, and everybody's stage is different.
Ulises started partying way before I did. Ulises was partying. Ulises was, if you're from Stockton, Ulises was the fucking flamingo at 16 years old, okay? Yeah. He was over there fucking popping bottles at 16 while I'm fucking playing with Barbies at home. Okay, like, we experience life way differently. I experienced life when I met Ulises. Ulises experienced life way before I even met Ulises.
They don't know about my life.
Yeah, clearly. He was wild.
I'll talk about that one day.
He was fucking wilding out.
We'll talk about that on the podcast when we get certain guests on there. But, nah, it's cool. I mean, I think it's just we have the good balance with the families. And not a lot of people could say that, man. I mean, thankfully, I would never, ever want to be in a position where I feel like we can't be doing the things that I grew up doing with my family, you get me? And I want you to experience that. And then it's cool, like, I feel like I know your family, like, up and down.
And I've changed a lot, guys. Like, Ulises has changed me a lot. Where, like, before I would not eat at Ulises' mom's house. And that was just because, like, I was so used to, like, me just being my mom. My mom's cooking. My mom's the best cook. Nobody cooks like my mom. And slowly, Ulises' mom has become my favorite cook. Like, I love Ulises' mom's pozole. Like, I've changed a lot. And I feel like a lot of that, like, growth, too, happened because Ulises' mom was like, ¿Cómo que no comes carne? ¿Qué? Like, nunca has probado esto? And then I'm just there like, oh my God. Like,
they're so
I really...
different. The families are... you know, Mexican families, we're so similar. We could relate to a lot of stuff. But there's also a lot of differences. Differences.
No, we're very different in our families.
Like, there's a lot of differences, period, in families. Now, like, when I talk to certain people, they relate to how my family is. And then others might relate to how your family is. And it's just like I was talking to your dad last time, and he just said that naturally is crazy because, like, typically when two families are like that, naturally we're kind of, like, distant or protective. But, I mean, think of it, we have a good balance, you know? I think the only challenge is at times where we try to accommodate both families
together
the best when we have an event, because then... I feel like that's where
people
it gets hard.
Singled out, and why didn't you do this for me? Why is that person there? So,
but that's just freaking family, which is annoying. Honestly, I freaking hate that.
I feel like we do a good job at handling all that, though.
We'll worry about that when it happens, but
and anytime Ulises' family's here, like, he knows that I try to take great care of, like, making sure, like, his parents have bed sheets and, like, they're well taken care of. You know, like, we do our jobs that we have to do too.
And we're getting better at that too.
To make sure that that they're comfortable with us. But
we're getting better at, like, having visitors, because, like, now people visit us, which is, you know, like, trust me, it's a big transition from when we moved. So overall, like, now when we travel over there, they take care of us a lot more, and then when they come, we try to do the same. So it's cool, man. Everything's good. Hopefully this video was something different.
I know. I feel like we just rumbled forever, but I know. Just wanted to give you guys kind of know where we're at, where our state of mind is and stuff. Ulises and I actually have a little mini vacation planned for this weekend, which I'm excited. It's super something, like, quick and fast that I actually just today, I was like, babe, I booked us this. This is where we're going. We're leaving on Saturday, and I'm so excited. So you guys are going to see that vlog on Monday, most likely go up. But I'm excited. I'm just happy, like, where we're at in life. I feel like we're genuinely just super excited with what 2022 is going to have for us. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.
Stay tuned.